Hi, ladies.
Hello, hello.
Hi.
How we doing?
I love your reminder. It was awesome.
I know that was good.
It was so funny when I typed in like 1 hour to go, like there was quite a few that came up, and I was like, this what's like not political, what? Like what's as generic as possible. Like Seth Meyerberg. It's fine.
It was perfect. It was great.
So that's funny. I just crack up at some of this. Don't let me forget to
How are
record.
you guys doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Yeah. It's I might have been saying this to you, Christine. Like, I cannot believe how fast the year is going.
Oh my God.
And like when I open my half and half and it has expires December 10th on it, I'm like,
Right?
what?
I bought milk the other day, and it's so funny you said that we were at Costco, whatever. And I buy the organic stuff because my kids either go through like a gallon a day or like 1 gallon over 4 weeks. There's no in between. So anyway, so it said December 24th, and I was like, oh my God, this is good till Christmas Eve? Really?
It's
What
it's
month is this?
mind blowing.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
It goes faster and faster.
It does.
Goes on.
I know. We always heard that as kids from our parents, and we were like, what are you talking about?
My husband just said that in the car the other day. Hi, Roy.
Hey,
Look at
what's up?
you.
He's so cool, isn't he?
Yeah, you
God.
look
So I've got
amazing.
my, I look amazing. I'm in the car. It's sunny out.
I know. You're like, you just like, kicking back, got your sunglasses on, cruising around.
I need your job, Roy.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
I can't look at the screen. Who's that talking?
it's Christine
Christine, prophet.
Marianne.
Oh, that is Christine. I thought that might be you talking about me, girl.
Yep, it's
Uh,
Christine, and Marianne.
hey, hi, Marianne. How you doing?
Hi. Good. Doing good. So where are you these days? Are you in Florida? Are you in the Northeast?
So I'm heading right now from Long Beach Island to Marlton. We have a Samaritan Healthcare and Hospice Board meeting
Oh yeah.
tonight for my golf committee. So my wife and I are heading that way. I'm actually from here, I'm going to Club Champion to get a club fitting for my golf clubs first, and then go into the meeting.
Okay.
Priorities.
Well, I was just gonna say that.
Say that again.
Priorities.
I know,
Mhm.
really, priorities.
Yay, May.
There we go. Now I can see everybody. There was
Well,
something
you
on my
shouldn't be
screen.
looking at us if you're driving.
That's right. Be
Yeah,
Turn it
safe.
off.
I know. It's what was tough. I had to wait till I slowed down a little bit. Hit the button. Hey, Christine. Now I can see Christine.
We are letting the crowd
So
in.
where is
Roy,
everybody?
you didn't have
Marianne,
any
Marianne,
Nashville. I'm in Nashville.
yeah,
I
You're
was
in
just
okay.
gonna
Nashville full
ask
time?
you. I am.
Oh, lucky.
Christine, are you in
I
Delaware?
I'm in Delaware.
Huh?
Everybody
starting to get
starting
So
to
some.
come on in.
how many are expected for the sales mastermind?
Tell you. Hold on 1 second. It's looking like a good
I
bit.
think it was like 103 or something like that.
Oh, wow.
103 invited,
I was gonna
but
say I
I didn't.
invited 113, 113. It looked like a good bit coming in. Seen a lot of green arrows. And a lot of
Sales is
me.
always a great topic.
It's
Sales is
always a
always a
great
good one.
topic.
I would say 25 to 30 for sure.
That's about what we had last time.
Yeah, I would say that's pretty on par for any
Mhm.
mastermind. Oh, here's a couple more. And it's still early.
Yes, it's 1 minute to.
That's right.
Sales if you're 15 minutes late, you're late. I mean, if you're not 15 minutes early, you're late. Who said that?
Exactly.
Hey.
Mike Jackato.
We say that. Yep. we
That's
say
Vince
5 minutes. We
Lombardi.
don't.
Vince, legendary coach Vince Lombardi, Green
Is
Bay
it Vince?
Packers first. Yep.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining. We're going to give it another minute or so.
Roy, you didn't have any hurricane or tornado damage, did you, in Florida?
So I don't own in Florida. I just rent each year. So we get down
Oh.
March and April. I don't think I ever want to buy down there, having to worry about hurricanes all the time.
Smart.
Yeah.
That's like, especially this year.
Yeah. Yeah, my friend is on his second restoration now. He did the and now he's got to deal with this one.
It's
So,
crazy.
Yeah.
yeah, he lives near he's on Fort Myers Beach. Lives about 2
Oh, he's
blocks
right
up
there.
from the beach. And he's on a canal, so.
Yeah,
So I'm
that's
gonna
tough.
see if I can get off of this. Everybody doesn't see me with sunglasses on. I can figure out how to do this.
You can just turn off your
Really
camera.
Yeah, probably not. Say what?
You can just turn your camera off.
That's what I'm trying to do, but I'm driving.
Okay, cool.
Jesus.
I
Lord.
don't want to get in an accident, kill my wife.
Yeah, please don't.
Me and my wife, Pam.
Hi, Pammy.
Hi, Pam.
Hi, take the phone from him.
Tell him to get out of here.
I'm trying to.
See if you can find how to hide that.
And now it's me
Now
on
it's
there.
you.
Yeah, but you're not driving, so that's fine.
Oh, there.
hmm
Is it gone?
Nope.
I thought I tried.
All right, you turn, at least turn just on
It's
and
what
off.
it is.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining. We're just letting folks kind of roll on in here.
Oh, give it about 2 more minutes.
Okay.
Here they come.
Here's some more folks.
Anybody going to Staffing World next week?
I have such FOMO. No. Good afternoon.
Hi.
Hi, Steve.
Well, I'll take good notes and bring them to the next session.
From Staffing World.
hmm
Yeah. We have some of our folks going, but I'm not attending this year.
That's right, Jamie's going, we'll see
Yep.
her there.
Yep.
Hey y'all, this is Gary Graham. How you doing?
Hi,
Hey,
Gary.
Hey, Gary.
I was just listening in on the Staffing World piece. I'm not going to be there, but I have 3 of my team members who are going. So
Cool.
if anybody's got other team members going, I would love to do maybe an email intro tomorrow or sometime, just so they have some connections out there. I think that's what it's all about. So would welcome that opportunity.
Gary, feel free to introduce them to me from a Butlership perspective. They can always swing by our booth and use that as a place to meet up people if they want. And I know Christine, how many people do you have going?
I don't know, but I'll check. How about I
Okay.
let Christine Sands know, and she can probably follow up with everyone who's on the call and send
Sure.
a note out, like who's coming from Integrity.
We can start like a little chain in LinkedIn too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. we
Oh,
could-
yeah.
That would be awesome. And thank you for the offers. I appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure. Well, good.
All right, ladies. Christine, I'm going to make you the host. So if you don't
Oh,
mind letting
super.
whoever straggles on in.
And Christine, if you want to make me co-host, I'll watch the door. Christine, you can go ahead and get the deck shared.
Yeah, let me, I'm waiting. There's my thing.
One
I can make you the
moment.
host, or I can make you the host, but I can't make you a co-host.
Okay, then forget it.
Okay, just I'll watch it. It's fine.
Okay.
All right. Well, welcome everybody. Our Q3. Yeah, it's Q3. I was like, where are we in the year? We're just talking about
Q4.
how fast our year has going, and we are right up again. We're right in Q4 here, so this is a little bit late coming to the table, right? We're not exactly in Q3, but not too far away. So thanks for joining us. We have a robust discussion planned for you today. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Christine Profit. I'm the Executive Vice President of Sales for Integrity Staffing Solutions. We are a light industrial staffing company headquartered out of Delaware, and we have many locations across the U.S. We do light industrial, I did say that, light industrial staffing. And Marianne?
Yeah, I'm Marianne McLaughlin, Managing Partner of Butler Street. We are a partner to AS Group and do a lot of work with many of you folks. We focus on sales, recruiting, leadership, and account management. And we'll have a couple of our team members in San Antonio with you as you do Shark Tank. I'll be at the SIA Healthcare, so I'm bummed it's the same time, but we have two really strong folks that are going to be there. So if you're there, say hi to Drew and Joey. So Christine, I don't know, it's not in full screen mode. You might have multiple screens going.
Oh, I do. Sorry.
That's all right. And it looks like we got about 24, 25 people on, which is nice.
How's that? Better?
Well, it's the same, but we can see it. So let's
Okay.
go.
All right, good. Okay, so today we are going to, if we could, if we'd love to just get a quick, intro from everybody on the call. So if if you want to pop your cameras on, if you can, if you're safe and not driving your car, that would be good. But it would be great to just say hi to us. Tell us who you are, what your role is in the company, how long you've been with your organization, and maybe just share with us one sales win. That'll kind of get our mojo going for the rest of the call. And if you're cool with that, I'll call everybody's name as I see them on the board. That way, we're not talking over each other, if that's all right with you all. All right, Patty, you're the first one next to me. I'd love to learn a little bit more about you.
Thanks, Christine. Good to meet you. Patty North. I am Vice President of Sales with the Reserves Network.
Okay.
And I've been part of the Reserves Network for 2 years. I come from the company most recently acquired. And last month was my 30th year in staffing.
Wow, congratulations.
I must be crazy. But I clearly love it. I love working with people and companies and solving their problems. And biggest win, I secured a pretty nice big direct hire opportunity in a new state, new company, and new opportunity. So that was fun. That was fun negotiating that.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Thanks.
I love it. Roy, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, it was easy to unmute myself, but I'm Roy Fazio. I've had the privilege of being the chairman of AS Group for a lot of years. I'm not going to say how many, age myself, but thanks, Christine and Marianne for co-leading the Mastermind. So I retired 3 years ago sold my staffing company and Protocol Group, and now I'm spending all my time on AS Group that I'm doing in work.
Nice. Well, we appreciate you for that, Roy. Thank you. Ciara?
Was it Sierra?
Sierra.
I
was
know,
close.
it spelled weird. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sierra Scarberry. I work for United Talent Staffing Services based out of West Virginia. I'm the branch manager for our Huntington and Hurricane branches. I have been with the company for 2 years now, working on year 3 here, and probably a cool win that I just recently got was becoming president for BNI for us.
Nice.
And attaining a lot of really great relationships with that. So that's a big sales win because that's a lot of connections.
Yeah, that's great. I was a president of my group in Delaware a long time ago.
Yes.
Welcome, Jen Infante.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jen Infante. I've been with Integrity for about a year and a half, but I've been in staffing for 30 years. And most of that career in sales. While I don't do direct sales here at Integrity, I support our sales team. But in my career, my biggest win was probably when I sold Unilever. It was about
Nice.
$98 million account.
Nice. Thanks, Jen. Kara.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Kara Shanks. I'm the Chief Sales Officer with the Reserves Network. I have been with the Reserves Network for 9 years now, and in the staffing world for 25. A recent big win after looking at Q3 results is the sales team had month-over-month growth through Q3. So we're excited about that and rolling on that momentum.
Awesome. We can't wait to hear all of your tricks and tips as we get through the meeting today. That's awesome. Jennifer Minks.
Hi, everybody. I'm with Pace Staffing Network, and I've been with them for just about 10 years, primarily in recruiting, and just moved into a business development role. I've been in staffing for over 20 years, though. So my biggest win so far, I've only been doing business development for a couple months, is that we just joined an MSP program for a major healthcare provider in our area. So excited to jump into that.
Awesome. Welcome. And Stacy Bigelow.
Hello, Stacy Bigelow. I'm the CEO of the Advance Group. We just celebrated 34 years in the staffing business, so that's exciting. I think I'm also crazy, so I get it. I'm on the ASG board, and my director of sales is also on this call, so I'll let him, when it gets to him, I'll let him talk about our wins.
Great.
Good to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. Derek.
Oh, am I on? Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Awesome. Derek Patak, CEO of Lingo Staffing. Happy to be here. So I should have a couple team members on, at least one.
Okay.
Yep, I'm a late ad here, so Anthony should be on board. I can just give a quick high level one win. We just had a big win down in our Austin market, bringing on a company called Hanwha, and about 60 to 120 headcount expected over the next probably 3 months. They support Tesla and the Cybertruck directly, so pretty cool. Put together a massive presentation for them and was able to win over a couple other large organizations. So that's our big win for Q3.
Awesome. Nice work. Alexa, Mikhail.
Hey, yes, Alexa McHale here. I'm the marketing manager for Graham Personnel Services. We're located in North Carolina, but we place nationwide. And I help support the sales team, so I don't directly do sales. But in my marketing efforts, one of my recent wins that led to a sales win, I've been doing these MPC email campaigns, and the last one that we did helped us get a direct hire order. So that's a win in my book.
That's awesome. You never
Win
know
in
where it's going to
mine
come
too,
from.
Alexa.
I didn't quite hear that, Gary. I think you said something.
I just said it's a win in my book too. Thanks, Alexa.
Thanks, Gary.
All right. Christine Sands.
Hi, gang. Everybody knows me. Just saying hello. This is my 5th year with AS Group. If I haven't met you, I look forward to meeting you. And my recent, a sales win for me has been, I would say, closing a couple industry partners after Aviante Connect. So we're excited to have so many new industry partners joining us.
That's fantastic. Yeah, thanks for all your work that you do, keeping us together, Christine.
I try.
Anthony
Lanchinese.
Lanchinese. I didn't want to butcher it, so thank you.
That's all right. Everybody else does, so it's okay. I'm Anthony Lanchinese. I'm a regional sales director for Lingo Staffing.
Okay.
I've been with Lingo for about a month and a half now.
Okay.
So couple of wins in my first couple of weeks. I've gotten a sale in each of 2 of the 4 branches in our region. So
Nice.
I feel like that's pretty good. Good
We'll
start.
take it. Did you have staffing experience before you came to Lingo?
I'm 20 years in hospitality.
All right, good deal.
Yeah, so
It's
20 years
staffing adjacent.
20 years in sales leadership with Marriott. So I bring
Fantastic.
over some pretty good skills.
Welcome.
Thank you.
How about Casey?
Casey put in chat.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Casey with WSI, Director of Business Development, newer to sales, less than a year. Sorry, not able to chat via camera. Biggest recent win, secured a large warehousing and logistics company.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And Josh Mills?
How's it going, everybody? To those I've met before, like in Charlotte, nice to see you again. For those I haven't, nice to meet you through your screen. I am the Director of Sales with the Advance Group. I've been with the company since March, so about 7 months now. One of our big wins is we closed a deal with a company that has ties to the Department of Defense. So that's paid some good dividends for us.
Nice.
And I do have to say, Roy, you have to keep the shades for every meeting from now on because it's required going forward.
Pretty cool look, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good.
Thank you. All right, Kendra.
Hi, everybody. My name is Kendra Nicastro. I'm the Director of Business Development and Marketing with LeaderSet. We're a healthcare staffing firm. I've been here about 9 years now. Big wins for us. We've really tried to evolve with the healthcare industry and provide more workforce solutions. So now we're offering an RPO and MSP program. But from the marketing side, I'm like with Alexa, I'm not directly sales. We're seeing an increase of inbound inquiries from our clients. And so when they say on their form that they saw us on Google through organic search because of the great content that we've been able to create, that's a win for our team.
That's fantastic. Good to know people are looking for us. How about Caitlin?
Caitlin also put something in chat. Can you speak, Caitlin? You want me to read it? I'll go ahead and read it. So she's a branch manager with United Talent in the West Virginia area. She's been there for 2 years, and biggest recent win is a large sawmill in the PA location, allowing the company to branch into new states. Awesome.
Wow, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
That's always fun when we can expand that way. And Gary Graham.
Hey, everybody. I'm Gary Graham Jr. I'm the president of Graham Personnel Services. We're celebrating our 55th year this year in business in North Carolina. And I'm 26 years in. I love the industry, love my people, love working with my clients. We're very fortunate. It's provided great opportunities for all of us. Our biggest win, I think, lately, and Alexa might chime in on this, we've been fortunate enough to earn some business from a large national company. It's about 200 positions on the professional side. And I think that'll open up some opportunities on the LI side as well. It took one of our sales reps probably 7 or 8 years just consistently working to land it. So it's a nice win, and we gained some traction with some of our competitors.
That's awesome. Congratulations. That's a big deal. That makes everybody feel good. Nick Stoller.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you see me?
Can I see you?
Or maybe not. I don't know.
No.
Okay. Well, anyway, I'll.
I can see you, Nick.
Yeah, we can see you.
Well, now I can see Derek.
Oh, now we can
Everything's
see you.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay. So my name's Nick Staller. I'm with the Reserves Network. I've been in staffing for 40 years. Yes, I was 7 when I started. I'm going to give you a slightly different perspective.
Okay.
So sometimes I work in what I like to call our sales prevention department. I oversee risk, accounting, and we don't do business with everyone, right?
Exactly.
There's credit concerns, there's safety concerns. So I can't really name my biggest win, but it was the customer we didn't do business with for a variety of reasons.
Well, what's the latest customer you brought in that passed the test? The industry.
Oh, I don't know. I need
Okay.
like 2 or 3 years to determine that.
That's fine.
But I just want to say it's important on the sales side to be very selective with your customers. I'm happy to say we have an amazing customer base. Our top customers no more than 4 or 5% of revenue. Our bad debts historically less than 0.1% a year. And we don't have any customers we've had more than 3 workers' comp claims on this year. So I just want to congratulate our existing customers. And yeah, Patty and Kara are doing a fantastic job.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for joining. How about Steve?
Well, I'm proud to be a member of the 30 Club that a couple people have talked about. We should start a support group after this, but with WSI for 22 years, I'm the COO, and my biggest win is helping people like Casey, who already spoke, get wins. So really excited for their success. But recently we are working on an RPO opportunity, and it led to several direct hire positions. So really excited for that. It's in the consumer electronics space. So really excited to kind of break into a new area for us and hopefully get some RPO business along with it. So excited for what that can bring.
Thank you. That's awesome. Rick Wagner.
Hi, everybody. Yes, Steve, I'm part of the 30 Club also. We just had our 30th anniversary. So I think Stacy's 34, so I must be younger than her. So anyway, my company's Employment Solutions. We do industrial staffing in Colorado and Ohio. We had a guy out last week, a sales guy out on vacation last week in Maui, and he got 4 new contracts while he was on vacation. So that's
nice.
That's our most recent win.
That's awesome. I love when that happens.
Yeah, me too. Don't happen very often though.
Right? All right. I have a phone number here, but I don't know if that's somebody independent of who's on the call, but 415-328.
Hey, it's Lisa Lichty. I am the CEO of Star Staffing. Sorry, I'm driving. Can't be on through the Zoom. I have not been in the industry for over 25 years, getting there though. I'm excited to be part of this call. I'm kind of figuring out who else from our team who's more directly sales oriented I can add to the call in the future. But I will report 2 wins actually, because I think one's a big one for kind of everyone, which is just that the persistence over the past year is really finally paying off, and more in our reactivations, clients that haven't worked with us in a year or 2. We closed 12 already new ones this month that just have been slow for the past couple of years and haven't had any business. So I thought that was a really great uptick that we're seeing. But then also got into a huge new warehouse through just relationships from the past, and hopefully will become our 6th on site. So that will be a great one to watch.
Awesome. Well, welcome to the call. We can't wait to meet your sales team.
Thank you.
All right. Did I miss anybody? I tried my best. The names scrolled around a little bit, but if I missed you, shout it out. Okay. All right, friends. So let's kind of move on. What we wanted to do from here is we're going to just talk a little bit about, maybe do a little brainstorming, and we have some questions here about staffing, industry trends and challenges that are going on in our industry, and then we're going to get to the sales best practices. So So first off, you know, some of the things presented as challenges for our business right now are skill shortages, employee retention, and the multi-generational workforce that's in play right now more than ever. So we can talk a little bit about that, but it's definitely visible now, I think more so than ever. Um, and Mary, I don't know if you had anything to share on that, the challenges side.
I think, you know, there's obviously several challenges that we're hearing, but as you look at these in these three categories, I think it does it does grab the majority of them. And I'd love to, we do have some questions. I think let's get a little bit through some of the trends, but then talk about the multi-generation workforce, not only your own teams, but your clients and what they're asking for and what kind of how you're getting around some of the requests from them. So
Yeah, that we'll definitely get to that. And then also the trends. So AI is being talked about everywhere, and hopefully we're going to get some cool tips and tricks from all of you a little bit later in the discussion. But you know, a lot of staffing companies, I think, first adopted this on the talent side, right? In kind of doing the pre-screening and automating the tasks on the talent side, but more and more it's becoming very helpful on the sales side from helping the teams to kind of manage the task-oriented things that go into planning for a sales call or planning a sales strategy or doing scripting or things like that. So it's definitely something that is on the rise and extremely helpful. I know, Marianne, that's a passion of yours. So.
it is, yeah. So we'll definitely share some tips on that.
Awesome. And then also candidate experience and focus, right? So with the skills challenge, right, the shortage and also, you know, you know, the lack of job orders that we've been faced with, candidate experience is huge because we want to definitely retain those people and put them to work over and over again if we can, right? So there's been a lot of thoughtful programs that have been put in place for all of the candidates that are working at our client companies. And more too, I don't know about you guys, but you know, I really have had some really good discussions with customers who are now treating temp workforce very seriously and caring about them more and more than ever before too. So, you know, Integrity has an associate first approach. And when we share that with the client and bring our programs to the work floor, to the space, they're really eating it up and adopting it, not just for the temps, but also their own workplace.
You know, Christine, I'm glad you brought that up, and I'd love to hear from the group. We tend to see that on the business development side, the sellers in the marketplace, you know, it's always tough to differentiate yourself in this space. And where I feel like we don't see enough of the differentiation is talking about how you treat your candidates and your associates and what, you know, because that, if you look at these, like 5 out of 6 of these are really the clients wondering about the candidate experience and who you're placing and how they feel. And so I know you all have a lot of like secret sauce around that. The question is how skilled are your salespeople to tell your clients and prospects about that? And love to hear some best practices, some wins, or some challenges around it.
So has anybody maybe offered some sort of retention programs that, you know, you bring forth to your client to help them kind of deal with whether it's an entire shift over an entire year or if it's really just that peak period, right? So that last minute, hey, I need 25 people for 25 days and I want all the same people back, right? What kind of programs have you guys kind of talked through with your clients that help really keep the candidates, you know, engaged and on the assignments? Is there anything there?
Hey, everyone, I don't know if I'm hitting the mark here, but we have, and Lexa, help me out if I'm missing it. Y'all might hear some noise. I'm picking my son up from school. But we have a program we use for early payment. It's no charge to the candidates. It's an algorithm. And I think it's really helped our candidates and our clients in retention. I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head, but I can surely get it sent out. But, just making sure that people are getting their paychecks early.
Yeah. And I think it's called Daily Pay. I remember making a flyer for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is a pretty hot trend right now, especially in the light industrial workforce, where we know that, our candidates are living paycheck to paycheck, right? And sometimes in those earned wages programs, they can actually borrow on the next week's paycheck as long as we're gathering that time every day. And it really helps people make sure that they're able to get to work. Maybe somebody needs gas to get to work, right? And they don't have anything in their bank account. So this provides them the opportunity to actually make that happen without much impact. So yeah, the daily pay is a fantastic option and a great selling tool.
How about completion bonuses or accelerated? Kara, you were gonna bring up something, sorry.
I'll jump in just to some benefits and maybe Nick can jump in and add some information to this, but we really did a really nice upgrade in our talent benefits this year. And so we've really pushed to sell that, especially for all the fluctuating and contingent needs. It's also helped us attract some of our professional level candidates, but that has been a big, I think, benefit that we've been trying to sell out there specific to the benefit upgrade we did. And also the 401k plan that we offer our talent is the same as we have internally. So ensuring that our sales team is promoting that is really important. We call it talent centric at the Reserves Network. So we have a talent centric campaign. We have an automated talent centric campaign. We have some things we are doing inside our branches, promoting the 16 ways we love staffing, specific to how we treat our talent and engage with them. And so we have taken that and incorporated that into the sales process, much messaging and speak of our sales team.
That's awesome, Kara. It's definitely a game changer. I love that you're enhancing the benefits. Just recently, we're in the process now of working with a new client who is having us do a benefits matrix on the 5 agencies they work with and ours, and they want us to tell them who is delivering more to the candidates. So it is becoming way more important to customers to make sure that the associates are getting what they deserve for working, which is great. That's awesome. I love it. And then the last, and I don't know, it's kind of funny, this goes up and down for us, but the remote work demand, have you guys seen a rise in requests for that from your customers? I know all of our candidates would rather work from home, right? And that's a little tricky sometimes. But have any of you seen that increase from our clients? Not really.
I would say not existing clients, but we've seen some new clients come through recently, or prospects with some remote call center type and customer service type roles, and I think more than usual.
Yeah, I would agree, Jen. So customer service is a big one, where, I think during COVID, I think everyone pretty much figured out how to work without the building, right? So a lot of customer service went that way. So that's very, very true. Okay.
How about upskilling? I know that's been kind of a word we've seen around for the last couple of years, and some organizations like UPRO, that is what they do, right? That's what they stand for, is really taking the underprivileged, the people who don't have access, and giving them some skills and continue to coach them through. Does anybody do something like that? Because customers, we've found, very much want to participate in that goodness, right? In that goodness of helping people get to the next level. Just curious if anyone's tried it, had success with it, tried it, didn't work.
I don't know that we've actually definitely helped people upskill, but we've helped people prepare for a job. So, we've built scenarios, like physical scenarios from a work space or a work process in a recruiting center, so that people physically could go through the process knowing how physical it was, and make sure that they could do that right on a daily basis. So kind of like a live realistic job preview, if per se. So something like that. But as far as upskilling, I don't know that we've done that specifically.
I love that. Well, I'll share a little bit of UPRO's story, and I think there's something there that could potentially be adjacent, like, for you all. But what they do is they will take and help put people through let's call it an associate's program. And then once they're ready to graduate, they will go to bigger companies that have DEI type programs, and they'll say, we have a handful of folks that are just got their degree in coding. I don't really know what ones, but we'll call it coding. And we'll place them for you. And what we need from you is that I'll give them an hour a week for us to call them and be their mentor, make sure that they're happy, make sure they're doing the right things, they understand the calendar and all the things from a business perspective, and that you'll give us a once a month check-in as well, so we know how they're doing. So they basically place them and then are very active as their mentors. Now, I know you can't do it with big groups of people, but it could be an interesting foot in the door, for some other business, like, RPO type work or something.
Yeah, I think that's great, because not always is it something we can use, but sometimes it's a tool that we can connect our clients to as well, right?
Exactly.
And I know that has worked for us with Jen, can you remember the company we used on the training side? I'm just totally blanking their name, but Penn Foster. That's it, Penn Foster. I don't know if any of you know Penn Foster. It just came back to me, but Penn Foster does something similar like that. We are engaged with them as well. So, and then people can earn certificates based on completing classes. So, yeah. Okay, good. Awesome. Well, should we get moving on to the sales stuff?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, so we have 3 nice topics here and some questions to get us chit-chatting a little bit on these fun topics for us sales professionals. So we want to talk a little bit about prospecting strategies. And the things we talk about here, guys, we're taking notes, so we'll be able to share back everything that's talked about. But I don't know, we'd love to hear from you. Maybe some proven methods, effective in securing your initial engagement with new prospects. So, what are you, what's your plan? What do you do that really gets you connected to a new prospect? What's working for you right now?
Quiet bunch. Okay, I'll jump in, Christine.
Okay.
Again, I'm speaking mostly on behalf of the sales team that I support, but I think what's helping for prospecting is 2 things. One, a targeted strategic territory plan, and then really a solid, meaningful messaging utilizing AI.
Great. I love that.
Josh was gonna offer something.
You caught me, didn't you?
I did.
So we've put together just a monthly topic for our prospects to reach out and provide engagement. One of them is going to be like Gen Z. That's what we're working on right now, just to start that conversation with them and what they're seeing in the workforce.
Josh, that's excellent. I mean, that's the thing. Seeing the prospecting and the touch plans and being very targeted, but also positioning yourself as a giver, right? You're giving them some information, and as an expert, as a thought leader in the industry, they know you're trying to sell them something, right? But if every time your email comes through, they're like, "Ooh, this is good info," you stay top of mind, right? So that's really good. I know what I'm hearing that's not working is emails. Right? I mean, emails are really, I think they are completely noise now. What used to, and unfortunately, we're all in the habit of sending emails. And so how do we get your teams, or how have you successfully gotten your teams or yourself away from that email being the main prospecting tool?
So I'll chime in a bit here. So we do seminars 3 times a year. So just like Josh was saying, like giving value, right, at no charge, like just showing that we are experts in our field. So we partner with employment lawyers 3 times a year, and that's when we can really get in front of our clients and prospects. And that has turned away, or we've turned away from those events with orders, I think every single time we do it, whether it's that same day or days, weeks following. And besides that, we're also heavily involved in HR organizations in our area. I think we're a part of like 5 or 6, and our team members are on the board or just serving as a member. And we offer quarterly and annual different white papers. So we recently did a study, a survey of our clients, like employers, and asked them a bunch of questions like, what kind of not services, what kind of shifts do you offer? What are your pay rates for entry, mid, and high level in these specific roles? We got a lot of really good information, and we do that same thing on the candidate side as well. And we put those reports together and we offer those for free. So that just helps provide something that we can give them for free, start a conversation, and show that we know what we're doing and we have data to back up our recommendations.
That's fantastic. Great ideas.
It really is. Well, you may do this, and I do want to throw it out there as another like step you can take. So take those great white papers and research papers and put them into ChatGPT or the AI tool of choice, and ask it to come up with some talking points and scripts, multiple talking points and scripts for your salespeople to use it. So you can do it in a social media post, like a LinkedIn post, like you're just taking little components of it. When it's yours, it's fantastic, but also you can do it when it's someone else's. Like, hey, this information, like, I'd love to talk to you about it. So if you don't have the resources to be able to do what Alexa was talking about, do you have the resources to look at HR, SHRM type of data and things that's out there, and then ask ChatGPT to help you personalize it?
Yes, and I will echo what Mary Ann's saying. And when I'm posting on LinkedIn, I am using AI, and I got to tell you that my impressions are through the roof when I do that. Just because it's the right type of message that AI helps us come up with, right? If we're trying to read it and summarize it ourselves, sometimes it's not as concise or impactful, and AI can do that in a minute. Sometimes we're trying to write something and you write it 3 or 4 or 5 times, right? And it takes a minute. You put it into AI, you put that article into AI, and it summarizes it like that. And it's amazing. It's really, really helpful. I love it. Does anybody else have anything that you're doing to get in front of your prospects? Like how are you prioritizing leads? How do you determine, what your sales team goes after so that you're really getting like the maximum impact of their actions? Does anybody have, a strategic plan there or some ideas to offer? Well, we definitely do that territory. Go ahead, Josh.
I say I can jump in. We try to develop our ideal customer profile
Yes.
and who we're looking for, our ICP. And then we try to target people in our targeted areas that we feel may fit that profile.
Amen. Yes. I find that that really helps our salespeople focus. You know, when you're bringing salespeople to a territory, and let's say, I don't know, let's use Philadelphia, for example. Like our territory in Philadelphia is split up so well so that we don't miss a zip code. But if you have someone who's coming new into a territory like a Philly or a metro market, or even, I mean, your town, they're trying to boil the ocean unless they have a little bit of focus, right? So an ideal client profile whittles that down just a little bit. You can take it further too by coming up with a persona. Who is the person that signs your deals when they actually come through, right? Who is that person, and how do we help the team identify those people in the targeted client profile? And I think if we can organize them and get them very focused on that, those calls that they make will be impactful at that time.
I can share that we're really focused on leveraging prior and current relationships. So we're having every account executive cross-reference. We've taken a current customer list and put it in Zoom info. And then we're having every salesperson cross-reference any contacts that show up in Zoom info in their specific market or territory and reach out to see if, we can get in front of them. It's a more warmer approach, but we're really focusing on leveraging a lot of prior and current relationships right now as well, which is we've seen some benefit from.
Yeah, that's fantastic. That's a great idea because it's easier to get more business from a current customer, right? Than it is to go get a brand new cold one.
And somebody that knows you. Go ahead.
Sorry. I was gonna say, we're about to actually sign up with Zoom info. So that's really great to know that we can do that. And that's a great strategy. And I wanted to add one more thing too. We have weekly sales meetings with our team and we have a target list. So we created it, I think, late 2023 for the 2024 year. And every week we're looking at that target list. We have green, yellow, and red. So green is, we expect to close the deal within X, I think it's a month maybe. Yellow is like, we think it's going to happen within a few months, and red is, it's a long shot. And we are constantly changing those colors and even removing once someone actually gets an order, bills them. So that has helped our team, I think, just really focus and stay up to date on these opportunities.
That's a great idea. I love that you share that across the network, because a lot of times we close a deal, but they have another location somewhere else, right? So we can definitely, when we share that, we can help our folks in the other markets get things closed. Awesome. I think we talked a little bit about client relationship on the last, like no, we didn't actually talk about that. We talked about candidate experience. So when we're thinking about our customer relationships, I love that, Kara, you shared that you're going after your current customers right now, right? And trying to cross-reference those, and maybe your team's also getting just references from your current contacts as well. But what kind of strategies are you guys using to maintain regular contact? How does your sales team maintain regular contact with their customers?
And I think part two of the question is do you have a method for kind of measuring or holding accountability to that? I think a lot of times we are doing it, but how do we know we're doing it? How do we know it's working?
Can jump in. We have our 2024 new client onboarding plan, where we put them, once we close the deal, they're going to go into this plan. And from there, we plan out, our 30-day meeting. Then we have our 60-day, 90-day, 6 months meeting, and then our 1-year Sabre meeting. And we follow that. We try to go through it every week in our sales meetings to see where we're at and how we can stay in constant contact with them, because you also don't want to overdo it at the same time.
Yeah.
But this helps us keep in good communication. We try to set up meetings with them.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I love that, right? The 30-day check-in from your salesperson, right? Like I always say when I'm interviewing salespeople, I'm like, you have the best job in this business, right? Because you get to be out there, we get to be out there, we're the face of the company. We get to, make all of our customer dreams come true, right? And then our ops team has to fulfill on what we're selling. So for the salesperson to kind of be that project manager and be able to just kind of swoop back in and make sure everything's good, a lot of times that helps develop and deepen that relationship a little bit. Does anybody implore like the 3x3 relationship within companies? And if so, how are you facilitating that?
And I think you all probably understand that, but that's like 3 levels of contacts on each side. So you've got your salesperson, maybe your branch manager and an executive know 3 different people at your client because of the way they move around all the time. Like if you're only one-to-one, your person leaves and or they leave, you're starting over. So it's a really good risk reduction. So Roy's at his golf thing. Patty.
As I say, I didn't know it under the term 3x3, but we've called it multi-threading. We want to multi-thread our relationships at multiple different levels within the company for that very reason.
Mm-hmm. And do you have a method of tracking that or making sure it's happening? Or is it just dialogue between the salesperson and the sales leader?
Yes, as of right now, dialogue between salesperson and sales leader as it stands today. We may have some tracking capabilities down the road.
Okay. Yeah, and that's not uncommon as long as it's a conversation, but there are even just, start with a spreadsheet, move it into your CRM, from a contact perspective, it can be really helpful. And then like you can move into what Kara said and you've got, oh, we know this person and they're now at this company. Let's go call them. I know Christine, you had another question, but I just like from a summary perspective, I think what I'm hearing in really all of these categories, the things that are working are when there is I'll say executive, but there's a plan that's higher than the sales level that really is a process. Like this is what we're doing. And we've got a strategy. We're going to keep you focused. It's either a touch plan or it's a thought leadership plan, or it is a target plan. I mean, that's kind of the common thing that's coming through here is we have to be really good stewards for our salespeople and focus them on where they need to go and hold them accountable to it, right?
Absolutely. Awesome. So I'd love to kind of move over to AI. And Marianne, this is your sweet spot. I don't know if you want to ask the folks some questions here. I'd love to know what people are doing.
Yeah. So I think that the main question, the AI, there's so much AI everywhere. Yeah. So I think the question would be, how is AI making your salespeople more productive? If it is, like because that's why you should use it, right? To make them more productive. So has anybody experienced a productivity lift through certain use cases? You're like, Suppose
I can speak on it for United Talent.
All right.
Sierra Scarberry with United Talent Staffing. We have been using like ChatGPT and AIs to help with I know we're moving away from emails apparently as I'm learning today. But for sales emails of like themes. So we did like a football theme to like try to get, the attention of our sports fans. We've been doing it for like win backs for companies that we've worked with in the past that maybe just haven't thought about us for a little bit and different aspects like that. So it's ChatGPT has been a huge help of having a mass email be able to go out all the same and it be a company-wide aspect. So it's the same verbiage across the board for us.
Oh, that's nice. And then you can just take it one level further and say, okay, now I want to make phone calls around this, create 5 scripts for me. And then even go deeper and say, create the script that's going to be for the VP of operations, the script for the CFO, so that you're giving the sales team a lot of different opportunities to pick up the phone or to go say hi.
So we've implored it too with ChatGPT to really help us identify what are the top of mind challenges that our decision maker that we're going to meet with is going through at that time. If we, when we identify those, it helps us really build our discovery meeting or proposal meeting, build those questions so that, we're really talking within their business versus talking at them about staffing, right? So we're using their challenges to say how staffing can help move that along or make it more efficient.
If you have the paid version where then you can have a comfort level that you can put your own proprietary information into it in the workspace, there's so much that you and your sales team can do. Like you can upload handwritten notes from a sales call that you are on, give a little bit of the background and basically say, what should I ask next? What should my next steps be? What objections should I anticipate? I mean, it really it's like talking to your sales manager who's been there 100 times over. And it just gives you all these things like, I've got to be ready for this. And it moves the deals faster. So they're not spending as much time doing all of that analysis, and you don't lose all the information that you just wrote down. And certainly if you're doing, yeah. I just wanted to add one more thing, Jen. If you are using notes like this, you can also then upload the summary or whatever and say, just had a Zoom meeting or discovery meeting, here are the notes, and then ask whatever questions you want to ask about the sales process. Go ahead,
I was
Jen,
going
sorry.
to add, yep, no worries. I was going to add that also, and I believe it's in the paid version, but our sales team utilizes ChatGPT for role practicing. So you can set up scenarios that you suspect you're going to encounter or objections that you want to get more comfortable overcoming and set up those role practices to do those. So it's been working pretty cool.
Well, that's makes my heart sing, because that's what gives salespeople confidence.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think what's good about it too is that the team can do it in the comfort of their own computer right here, and they're doing it. And then by the time they get to our role play meeting where we're all doing it, right? They're really pretty good at getting past the gatekeeper and getting over those first few objections. So it's been a lot of fun.
We are almost at the top of the hour. So I think it would be helpful just to kind of think through as we get to our next session, if maybe we can ask in advance, what current challenges are you facing? So that we can spend a little bit of time and say, okay, team, we're seeing this as a theme. Everybody's facing this. Let's talk through some best practices there. So if you don't mind, we'll plan on doing that in advance of the next session.
Yeah, send a survey. We'll probably do that type of thing so that we can get some more ideas as we head into, the next session and then next year. Gosh, we're coming up on the end of the year already. Well, good. I appreciate everybody for sharing your thoughts and feedback. And Christine Sands, we'll tighten up the notes and get those out to everybody after the call. And we'll look forward to your feedback after we send the session notes.
Thank you everyone for joining us, and we will miss those of you who will not be in San Antonio, and I'm excited to see everyone who will be there.
Yeah.
So if anything changes and you decide last minute you want to join us, let me know.
Good sales pitch,
Thanks so
Christine.
much.
Thank you.
All right, thanks guys.
All right, guys, have a
Thanks.
great week.